Now, Yua is reading the Book of Sage. A sage is a person who owns the door of another world. As he has died, this door belongs to Yuya, and this book reveals his thought. While reading, Yuya learns that Sage has gotten command of everything. No one can beat him, whether in painting, martial arts, magic, singing, or gardening. One day, he reached the realm of God and God offered him to join them. But Sage refused to do so. His powers were so exceptional that humans have started to fear him. They prefer to leave him, because his magic and martial arts were beyond human imagination. In reality, Sage is talking with him and wants to show him a life that will be different from his. Yuya has decided to hide his ability from the people to keep humans company. But that's not what Sage wants to make him understand. So, he gives him an important lesson: having friends who will accompany them when no one is around him. This is difficult for Yuya because he has never been friends. Only he is eligible to have friends after gaining powers and getting smart looks. Therefore, it will be difficult for him to locate loyal friends. Over time, he will realize who are his true friends. Sage also reveals his past, in which he has to live a lonely life and faces death. He is not expecting this thing from Yuya, so he is giving the lessons he has obtained living in this world. Also, Sage is going to true his wish that Yuya is dying to have it. Yuya knows what Sage is trying to say, and suddenly the book started shining. It's magic that humans can't perform in this world, but Sage bestows his magic tricks because he can't let his magic die. Some words emerge from the book and penetrate Yuya's body as if they are getting inside him. After transferring, Sage is hopeful that Yuya will enjoy a high status and all the happiness he couldn't. In exchange, Yuya hasn't forgotten to pray for his peace. Human is unable to imagine that they can use magic. In this state, Yuya is lucky to have an energy sense. After returning home, Yuya starts reading the book, in which Sage mentioned tactics to learn the magic. First, Yuya needs to realize the pathways of magic inside his body. These pathways are converted by Sage so that he can use the magic. According to the instruction in the book, he has started to focus on the magic sense and locates it in his body. A fire burned inside of his body as if magic was running in his veins. As he has located the magic, Knight can also feel pathways of his magic, and Yuya is happy to have it. Through this, he can perform magic. The next instruction is simple, because he needs to imagine the magic in his palm. Whatever he imagines, the magic pathway will create that specific magic. He has gotten out and focused on creating a water ball to perform this magic. According to his expectation, a water ball has been created before him. Not only he but also Knight has also can perform the magic of a water ball. It's time to throw the water ball to test its power. Both throw toward the woods and Yuya's eyes widened, because water balls are destructive. Due to this water ball, many trees have fallen and created holes between the trees. Scene changes to the king's castle, where Knight informs him of the incident in which they met the strange guy. This guy's appearance and power reveal that he belongs to another world. Also, Knight is in a different position that he can trust Yuya right now. King is listening to him carefully. Because of a slip of the tongue, Knight has disclosed that Lexi has proposed to this guy in the first meeting. So, the king should admonish her for such childish behavior. While listening to it, King gets mad and Knight can't take back his words. Now, there is nothing that can be done except repentance. In a fury, King takes out his sword and starts destroying the things in the courtyard. King is angry because he thinks Yuya is responsible for Lexi's childish behavior. He thinks he has manipulated his beloved daughter and will not forgive for this act. On the other hand, Knight has hidden because of this destruction and thinks that all royal people are out of their minds. Apart from this, the teacher is making a roll call in the class, but Yuya is engrossed in the book statement. All the fruits and vegetables grown in his garden are researched by Sage, which is not available worldwide. So, he should be careful while using them. Just then, teacher reveals of outdoor study camp soon. Yuya is opposed to this type of camping because he considers it optional. Further, the teacher has made groups of students. Yuya is in 5th groups, and Kita is excited to be on Yuya's team. In addition, Akira and Rin will also accompany Yuya, and they are happy to do teamwork. Rin has to find Yuya as she has heard about him. Instead, he is more handsome than Rumor, and she is happy to work like a team. Just then Yuya reveals that his grandfather is fond of travel and he can find something there for camp. But his friends offer to take him shopping as he is not familiar with this kind of stuff. While shopping, Kaori joins them and they are startled to hang out with her. Because she is the daughter of the chairman, so it takes work to approach her. She humbly considers them friends and is glad to help Yuya with shopping. At this time, Yuya realizes that Akira is missing and has something to do, so he cannot join them. Getting inside the bag store, Kaori chooses an elegant but simple camping bag for Yuya. Everyone who considers it nothing has started liking it, because Kaori has chosen this bag. After this, they bought everything for Yuya and decided to move on to snacks. Later, they arrive in the arcade, where Shingo notices Hifumi-tan's box. She is a model and he is mad at her. To have this box, they need to play this game that Shingo has never won. After watching the sad face of Shingo, Yuya decided to play this game. Although Yuya is also playing this game for the first time, he knows how to turn the table. To grab the box, he utilizes weakness detect power. He realizes he can successfully grab the box from the top. Using the same technique, he has taken out the box. As he is a pro in this game, his friends have started forcing him to take out gifts. After obtaining what they want, they have started praising Yuya, who is amazing at other things. But Yuya gives it the name of coincidence. Later, the girls decide to go to the 3rd floor for shopping, and the boys plan to rest till then. While Yuya and his friends are moving to the cafeteria of the mall, there is a wire who has broken. It reveals that something bigger will happen, but they don't know about it. Scene changes when Yuya orders more bitter coffee than his expectation. Yuya is now repenting of having melon juice instead of coffee. His other friend wants to be cool, so he wants to have coffee. But he can also not drink a single sip because of its bitterness. Just then a girl announces to vacate the mall because this mall is going to fire up. After hearing this, they start running and the public has left the mall. Another announcement has appeared that the fire has reached the 7 floors. Now, Yuya understands that the upper floor's condition is also worse. They can't take a lift because of the fire, and Yuya inquiring about the girls from the other people. Just then his friend calls the girl and hears the low voice of Kita that they cannot escape from the 3rd floor. He shares this news with Yuya. After knowing their friends are in danger, Yuya starts running toward the 13th floors and his friends are asked to run away. While moving toward them, Yuya continuously thinks about the girls' smiley faces. He has decided to save them at any cost. When he arrives at the 13th floor, he notices that fire is everywhere. A human can't pass the fire that's everywhere. But he is not an ordinary human, because he has a special magic that will help him out. By imagining the water around his body, he uses his magic. His magic has worked and water emerges around his body. Now, he can pass the fire easily, and that's not a big deal. On the other hand, the girls have lost their consciousness, but they are safe. While crossing the fire, he continuously calls their name and hopes they will be fine. At the same time, Kaori opens her eyes and feels as if Yuya is coming toward them by crossing the fire. Also, she mentions his name, but the fire doesn't allow her to wake up and she again faints. Yuya has found them out and thinking of taking them out of this mess. Before this, he always remembers to check this floor that there is any other person for rescue. He locates them using his magic, but there is no one. So, he has decided to take them out here by carrying. He has carried them, but it's too difficult to cross the fire while carrying them. Over time, the condition becomes worse. Also, he has reached a dead end because fire has blocked every way to escape from here. Suddenly the floors start falling on them and he could not think of a way to come outside. Now, Yuya has no option except to use his magic, because if he does not use it then his friends will die. By shattering the floor, he has gotten down and created a shelter that doesn't harm them. At last, this shelter bowl has reached the 1st floor. On the other hand, Yuya's friends are fighting with them to rescue his friends. But firefighters are also able to do something once the situation stabilizes. Just then people notice that someone is on the 1st floor. That's not other than Yuya and his friends, who are safe and sound. His friends don't ask many questions Yuya because they all are safe and that's enough for them. After that, Chairman arrives and was very concerned about his daughter. So, he has calmed down after seeing his daughter okay. When he gets to know that Yuya has saved his daughter, he is obliged to him. This situation could be more comfortable for Yuya. Aside from this, he is astonished to see the love of Kaori and her father. He hasn't felt family love. That's why this is odd for him. While returning home, he is upset because no one in his life will be upset with him. Soon, he realizes that someone at his house was waiting for him. That's none other than Knight, who is happy to see his owner, and they are going to enjoy the feast. In the forest, a rabbit is attacked by a cage of arrows, and he is trying to save himself. After protecting himself, he straightforwardly questions why she attacked on him. The girl attacking him should be scared by watching his status, but she is void of fear. By watching her attacks, the rabbit has understood that this girl belongs to Divine Archer. To clarify his doubt, Girl offers him to help her destroy the world. She wants to destroy this world at any cost. After delivering her message, she vanishes. On the other hand, Rabbit is planning to save the world and has converted his power. Watch this left video if you have missed part 5, and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.